Lord of the Rings or Star Trek. This is a completely invented language from scratch, which was made by the current king's great-grandfather at the beginning of the 20th century. So these are quite amazing inventions in Africa. The Bamouns people number about 1.25 million. The Bamouns Kingdom is located in northwest Cameroon. It's larger than the state of Delaware. The area is francophone, and one of the things that is really special about the king is that when he came here, he really was a French speaker. He is perfectly bilingual in French and English. And in fact, he studied Arabic. He reads and writes the Bamouns script. Of course, he speaks Shupamung, the conventional Bamouns language. He knows Shumum. He is really a polyglot in many ways. But for any of you who politically study Cameroon, you would know that for a leader of a people to be bilingual is really a great thing in Cameroon. Cameroon is a bilingual country, but it tends to be, as the joke goes, a little more bilingual in French than in English. So it really is a special thing that he speaks English and French. Since becoming king in 2019, he has made many progressive changes. For example, he's challenged certain traditions at home. Number two, he's challenged what the former colonial powers did in the Bamouns Kingdom. The Bamouns Kingdom have a kind of special history in that they were first colonized by the Germans, and after World War I, after a British occupation, they were colonized by the French. And our new king is raising questions about that colonial relationship. And as we ask questions, there will be some questions that I'll ask him about him kind of pushing back against Bamouns tradition, as well as challenging the former colonial powers. The king has received an honorary doctorate. He has been the subject of hundreds, probably thousands of media pieces, including being on the cover of National Geographic in March of 2023. And he is now married and has children. After he became king in 2019, he traveled around Central Africa and West Africa, meeting Bamouns communities that exist in these different countries. When he finished doing that, he traveled to Europe, where he met Bamouns communities in France, Germany, and Belgium. And so after finishing this tour of his own kingdom, which is huge, then branching out to Africa, going to Europe, finally he's making his North America trip, where he's going to DC, Maryland. In fact, he's coming from DC, Maryland, New York, Chicago, Boston, and even to Montreal. In Chicago, he'll probably visit, or he may visit, the Field Museum. If you ever have a chance to go there, they have a full-scale replica of the front of the Bamouns Palace in the Field Museum in Chicago. In any event, St. John's University, this trip that he's made here, this visit, was the centerpiece of his North America visit. He loves St. John's University. He prioritized coming here, and we're so grateful to have our alum back home with us. So before we begin the fireside chat with questions, and we can let the person who everyone wants to hear speak actually speak, I'd like to just acknowledge and thank some people who are here, beginning with important people who you see over here in, let's see, the jury box, not everyone's there. Okay, this beautiful woman sitting to the left of the king is Nafong. She is the mother of the king, the wife, one of the wives of the late Sultan. So we're very happy to have her here. Immediately to the right of the king is also one of the late king's wives. And then furthest to the right is the king's wife. Here today. And there are a number of other people, I can't call everyone's name off, but a lot of people who are here are from the royal family, they're notables, they deserve to be recognized. Maybe just one person who I'd like to recognize, who's sitting in the jury box trying not to be recognized, is G. Umar Machare, who's been a person who I've worked with for over 20 years in the Bamouns Palace. So, here at St. John's University, I'd like to thank Father Shanley. Father Shanley was around. He needed to leave for another engagement, but we're very grateful to him. That was Father Shanley. Father Rooney is here, the Executive Vice President of Mission here at St. John's University, that handsome fellow right there. Next to him, Father Griffin, too. We should recognize him. He's a huge supporter of everything here at St. John's University. Provost Muller, if he's here. Provost Muller, over here, the academic head of St. John's University. And also to acknowledge Angela Siegel. Where's Angela? From the OSNM program and from campus ministry, who's organized much of this. There's Angela. Chartreuse Judson, where are you? Also, thank you so much for everything you've done. Teresa Dugan also did a great deal of heavy lifting to put this together. So, without further ado, let's begin our fireside chat with Phom Pamu. Okay. King, are you all set up with the microphone?
You want me to come there?
No, but the microphone is working?
I think.
Okay.
Unless I'm the only one that's here.
So, King, I would like you to begin by just speaking freely about your experiences, memories of St. John's University.
You sure you don't want me to come there?
Well, we can do, if you want to come off of the throne.
Yes, okay. I want to have the St. John's behind me.
Okay. So this is why you have to love this alone, right? And when you guys got off of the throne, So to repeat it, tell us about your experiences and memories here at St. John's University.
St. James is my life. I wouldn't be able to. First of all, I have to thank all of you for accepting to be here. It is a great honor to be back at St. John's. And I don't think that I can. I'm scared to find not to find a good answer, because what I've got from St. John's is bigger than what I can even say. I have great memories from the first day I arrived to the last day I had to leave. First day with the Ausner, and of course the last day with the Ausners, and so many things happened.
Okay. So with the OSNM program, you traveled. You went to, if I'm not mistaken, you went to Puerto Rico, France, Ecuador, if I'm not mistaken. What was it like for you to be a part of that, the OSNM program, and visiting these other places, and being part of that community?
When I arrived at St. John's, like you say in the presentation, I didn't speak English. Nothing, I didn't know anything. only know one word. What is your name? My name is. And I couldn't go further. So St. John's gave me that ability to speak. So I went through years of classes. I learned English. And I joined the Ozanam and I started my degree. And what Ozanam's program really gave me is something that is allowing me to be what I am today. We did travel, we discovered almost many parts of the world, and it is a way to open the mind. When you're young, you don't know anything about the world. And you can only know things if you're able and have a chance to go to different places and see how people live there. And that's a plus that you cannot, it's very difficult to have that here in the US. And you were able to go to Italy, working with at the camp, Akida camp. We went to Ecuador, we went to Puerto Rico, we went to New Mexico also, and Philadelphia, many places. It was a great experience to be part of that group with the same mission, same objectives, and which was nothing else than caring for the human being.
You mentioned that when you arrived, your English wasn't great. Although I have to give you some credit, you were pretty good. You know, you tried.
I used to be very good.
You weren't afraid. You weren't afraid to try to speak it. But now that you do speak English, how does that benefit you as a ruler, as the leader of your people? How does speaking English alongside, of course, French?